Hey you guys, it has been a little while and I wanted to do a little chit chat, get ready with me and do my makeup, but also chat with you guys about a bunch of different stuff that's been going on. Also, I want you guys to feel like this is interactive, so comment below, let me know what's been going on with you guys too. I'm doing this cool bold lip color from Grwm and I based my whole look around that. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so I'm gonna start out with a foundation primer from Laura Mercier. This is the one called Radiance. I'm just gonna put that on with my fingers. And I already have all my skincare on for the day. I have been loving the moisturizer from IT Cosmetics called Secret Sauce. Oh my gosh, you guys, I feel like my skin, look at how, it was already glowy even before I put that primer on. I've been loving that moisturizer, it's so good. But I already put it on earlier, so I don't have it here. Next, I'm going into foundation. This is a brand new foundation from Grwm. It's called their Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation, and it comes with this really cool little brush. But I'm gonna be using a beauty blender because I tried it with this brush, but it just goes on a lot different than a beauty blender does. And because it is full coverage, I just think that the brush puts it on a little too thick. So I just go ahead and do a beauty blender. And then you have to shake these really well. But I have been getting so many compliments on this foundation, and everyone's like, what foundation are you wearing? It looks so flawless. So that's good news. But I wanted to chat with you guys because it has been a little while. I have not uploaded in, geez, it's been almost a month. And so first, I want to apologize. But if you follow me on Instagram, I'm very active over there. So you've kind of seen some of the stuff I've been up to. But with the holiday, I mean, we went home for Thanksgiving, and I mean, I don't know if you guys saw, Corey and I actually were volunteering in Puerto Rico, and then came Thanksgiving, and so we were out of town for that. And then we actually went and did a marriage workshop down in Orange County, and so we were out of town for that too. So just like lots of travel and that kind of thing. So I just wanted to chat with you guys and kind of update you while I do my makeup, because might as well get it in as we, that sounded really bad. You know what I mean. Get in all the updates and stuff. So starting with, I'll tell you guys a little bit about Puerto Rico. If you have been following me for a little while, then you would know that I'm actually Boricua. I'm actually part Puerto Rican. My dad is from Puerto Rico. He's part Puerto Rican and also part like French-Irish, but more on that later because I actually did that Ancestry DNA test and the results are almost in, which I'm actually working on a video for. So we'll get the actual full DNA results back and you'll be able to get the whole download from that. So I'm very excited because you know how your parents tell you, oh, we're this and we're this and we're this, but they're getting that information also from other grandparents or this and that. So when working on Ancestry.com, I'm finding out so much more information about my background, and also Corey's been doing it too. So that I think is really important. As I've gotten older, I've realized that just knowing who you are, knowing what your name means, knowing where you come from, all of those things, all the family history really has to do with who you are, right? So there could be things that now you're connecting dots and going, oh, that makes so much more sense. So that's been a really fun little journey. But going back to the whole Puerto Rico thing, because we volunteered in Houston, which you probably saw that prior. If you didn't, now you know. We went and volunteered there, and we met another organization there that asked us to come with them to Puerto Rico. So that was really, really cool. Obviously sad at the same time, just to see, how that whole territory has been devastated, but it felt really close to home because that's, part of who I am. So I had never been before, so that was also really amazing. But the people that we were with were like, oh, we don't want you to see Puerto Rico like this because it's usually very beautiful and lively, and obviously in that circumstance it wasn't the same. Okay, so for concealer I'm going to be using Bye Bye Under Eye from IT Cosmetics. But we were out there just getting some footage to use for fundraising for the organization we were with, which was called Omaha Rapid Response. So that was really cool to be behind the camera, capturing different things. And it's interesting how as I get older, you guys have been here with me for 5 years. It's been a journey because I think when I first started YouTube, my value systems were a little different. You guys know that I got casted to launch this channel, so it was always kind of directionally scripted in the very beginning. And then I was at Maker Studios, and now I'm with Ipsy. So it's just been an interesting journey of figuring out who is Lynette Snee on YouTube and what does this channel represent. So I just don't take influence lightly. It's a big responsibility. And I just want to bring really motivational and awesome content to you guys. So I know I say this all the time. Just know that I think about things probably a little bit more than certain influencers maybe... well, I don't want to like discredit, but do you know what I mean? I just think that I get a little bit too in my head. I'm an empath, okay? So when I see different life, or tragedies happening, I'm like, I want to be there. I want to give my time, not just finances. So that's been kind of my journey with Puerto Rico. We actually might be going back beginning of January. We're still praying and seeing what that's going to be, but not sure on that yet. So you'll just have to keep updated on my social media. Okay, so I'm just setting under there. But so then we went home for Thanksgiving to Tucson, my hometown. And I hadn't been back in a while, to be honest. It had been a while, so it's always nice to go back home. And I like to go to certain restaurants. Everyone that knows me knows and makes fun of me because I love to go to this restaurant I used to work at called Sauce, which is like a fast casual pizza place. So literally as soon as we landed, we went straight to Sauce. And I wish there was one in LA. I would eat there at least once a week. They have the best salads and pizza. So we went home, and I wanted to chat with you guys just about, as now we're gearing up for Christmas, something that was on my mind recently is just the family dynamics, not only as we're blending two families together through marriage, but also just how the holidays are not always Hallmark moments for everyone. So I know that, on Instagram or just different things, it's always like, oh my gosh, Thanksgiving, and this like perfectly roasted turkey, and this like Hallmark moment, right? And it's not the same for everyone. So I just wanted to chat with you guys almost a little bit about that too, because, oh, by the way, so I'm using this Jouer. I'm going with the dark foundation. They sent me every shade of this foundation. So I'm going in with the color Espresso on the back of my hand, which is super dark. And then I'm going to use that as my contour bronzer situation. But yeah, so going back to that, whoa, that's really dark. Okay. So we don't need as much product here, but we can blend it out and make it work. Okay, so going back to family dynamics. Can be very challenging, especially during the integration of two families, right? So through marriage, that's an interesting thing. So the holidays always represent, better memories in my mind, because my family on my mom's side is just amazing, and we leave all drama or stuff at the door, and we just enjoy each other and have really good food. I think that's really healthy for families to just enjoy a good meal and just be there for each other, So that's always been my experience for holidays. But, different family paradigms, I'll just say that. So Thanksgiving was definitely challenging, we'll just say that. And Corey ended up staying and doing his family, stuff with his family, and then I went down and did stuff with my family. And without giving too much information, just because I like to just keep certain things, private, we had some pretty tough things happen over Thanksgiving. One of our family members, my uncle actually, ended up tragically passing away, and Corey's family was dealing with some stuff, so it's been a lot. And so I just don't like to filter everything and make it seem like, oh my gosh, everything is great. We've been, hit with some interesting challenges over the last year. And so I just want to encourage all of you guys that are going through the holidays, and here comes Christmas right around the corner, right? And so I just think that if you can just remember to just be really patient with your family, and it's a time to just really, I guess, just be intentional and just be really mindful of your reactions towards them. Families are always frustrating, you know what I mean? You just like snap and you're really short with them, at least I tend to be sometimes. So I've been really just trying to like take a deep breath, be patient, and be mindful of where they're coming from, and listen with the intent of understanding, I think is important. And if you need to, just like take a walk. Just take a walk, remove yourself from like maybe some of the stress of it, and then just come back with like a fresh lens. And then, you know, just learn to just give grace. So that's just like some advice as you get into preparing for going home for Christmas or spending time with them for Christmas. So I just wanted to chat with you guys about that for a little bit. Okay, next, let's do some blush. I have this Pacifica blush, and it's actually broken. This one's broken. Actually, let's use a bigger brush here. But I've been liking this side of it. It's just like a really neutral, pretty blush. I'm not a huge blush person, but recently, because I found this color, I really like it. So it just adds like a little bit of warmth, so it's not so bronzy. I think during the winter months, I like to look a little bit more like have flushed cheeks. Cool. All right, so brows, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm using the Precisely My Brow pencil, number 3. Just filling in a little bit. But yeah, I want you guys to comment below. Let me know what different ways that you approach spending time with family, or you know, maybe you don't have challenges. So just comment below. Let me know what you guys do, what you're planning on over the holidays, what is most exciting. It doesn't have to be all negative. What's most exciting, what kinds of things you do with your family, what are your traditions? I would love to hear that. But on a positive, really amazing note, Ipsy actually has been starting to work with Disney recently. And so they've been sending us to different little movie screenings and stuff. So they actually sent us to the screening of the movie Coco, which is the new Disney Pixar movie. And if you guys have been following me on here enough, then you would know that I've actually done a lot of work with Disney because of Maker Studios. So I was working very closely with them, and I used to do all of the nail art for Disney Style Channel. So, and then on another random side note, my brother was Aladdin at Disney World. So Disney has always just kind of followed, you know, me and my brother, and I just love Disney as a company, and I love going there, and have been to both Disney World and Disneyland multiple times. And so it's been cool that Ipsy has gotten kind of, you know, on board with working together. And the reason why we were so excited about Coco is because it's all about, you know, a Latin family, Hispanic family, and all about Dia de los Muertos. My family and I are super whitewash. I'm just gonna be really honest. Because my grandfather was from, well, he's Chinese, so he did business in Mexico and stuff, but I didn't have a Hispanic grandfather and grandmother, just a Hispanic grandmother. So when he immigrated my family here, I mean, he was like, you know, we're now Americans, really excited to be here. This is just my regurgitation of like what I've learned from my family anyway. So we didn't ever celebrate Dia de los Muertos or do, like, I never had a quinceañera. My mom did, but I didn't. And so a lot of that tradition got lost and really diluted. So that movie was really special because we want to know more. I want to know more about like my heritage, where I come from and stuff like that. So go see Coco. It's amazing. Okay, and then I'm going to use the Gimme Brow, which just adds like a little bit of texture. So we had already seen the movie for the premiere. I took my brother and Corey, and Disney had partnered for that screening with Ancestry.com, so that's how we got to do the DNA test. And they gave us free DNA tests at that event, which was awesome. So we should be getting the results back. But because we watched it before it even came out, when my brother and I were like focused on taking my grandmother there, because the story in Coco is so similar to my grandmother's story. So we're determined to take her. So we took her to the movie. It was amazing. She loved it. And her father was actually a musician too. So you just have to see the movie. It's great. Okay, I'm gonna use the setting spray from Too Faced. The palette I'm going to use for my eyeshadow look is from Too Faced. It is their holiday collection this season, Sugar Plum Fun, and it's got such great colors, which is kind of more the family that I stick in. So we're going to use that. The primer I'm going to use is the Lid Primer in Light from Smashbox. This is really similar to my current everyday makeup look. I've been just keeping it simple on the eye, but adding just a touch of shimmer or like some sort of eyeshadow that has a little bit of more fun like shimmer in it. So this one is perfect. It's called Fantasyland. And I've actually been liking using my ring finger to apply it rather than a brush because the warmth like picks it up and it actually blends it really nice. So I just go ahead and tap it onto my lid like that. When I was a working makeup artist on set, I used to use my fingers a lot doing other people's makeup, and I think that we've gotten so far away from doing that just because of all these fun brushes and stuff. But a lot of these gold, like the foil shadows and stuff, do so much better when you use your finger. So, let's see, what else do I have to update you guys on? After Thanksgiving, we drove back with my brother. We flew out to Arizona and then drove back with my brother. So that was cool. And the drive back from Arizona to California is really beautiful. It's just like an interesting landscape, just desert vibes, which you guys know that I love. And then straight from getting back from Arizona, we went to a workshop, a marriage workshop. So that was super positive, and just want you guys to know, oh my gosh, just so necessary and so amazing. So I really encourage all people. Corey and I in our vows talked about how we would never sell out on each other and just always just like cheer each other on to reach our maximum potential. But it's already been a little over 2 years since we've been married, and I think that we got away from that. And we kind of like were going down a different path of like not good, which you guys already know about. So I'm like, we were just like on like, I don't know, I guess maybe a lot of stress and that kind of thing. So this was so perfect because it just geared the ship back to like where we had originally been wanting to, go. And so all I have to say is Marriage 365 is awesome. Check them out if any of you guys are married and if you're in the Southern California area. But also they have an online platform that you can look at a lot of their content. They are amazing. Casey and Megan Caston, and they're a married couple who helps guide the process, and they lead with vulnerability, which you know that Brene Brown is one of my heroes, and she talks about that kind of stuff. So super blessed by that time, and really looking forward to a new year and just kind of a new chapter. So all good stuff, all good things. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna be daring. I'm gonna use a little bit of this Sparkly Wings mixed with Magic Touch, because you guys know me. I love magic. Speaking of, been working on some magic tricks. Been meeting with some consultants. Can't give away too much, but just know a lot more magic in the future will be happening. And if you're like, what the hell are you talking about? Then you need to follow me on Instagram, you guys, because there's so much more. I'm just like a lot more active on there, so you'll kind of know a lot more of my personality and stuff if you follow me over there. But my dad and mom were professional magicians. So if you're just now hearing this, welcome. I was raised by boho gypsy magician parents. I'm a perfect byproduct of my parents. So I've been learning a little bit of magic. And it's gonna be great. And Corey and I are mixing music and magic. That's all I'll say. So just look forward to 2018. All right, I just got this in the mail. This is the Becca Light Waves Highlighter Palette. So I wanted to try this out. So there's 3 different shades in here. And I'm gonna try out this first one. Okay, nice. Next, I'm gonna actually do no liner on top. And I'm just gonna go in with my favorite mascara, Better Than Sex from Too Faced. So I have these lashes from Pure Cosmetics. They're called Jet Setter. That's the style anyway. Do I not look cross-eyed? Okay. All right, I went ahead and popped on these eyelashes. They're pretty bold, but I felt like I was looking cross-eyed. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this makeup look with the lip color I told you guys about earlier. It's really pretty, but I'm gonna start out with this lip liner. the Jouer Longwear Cream Lip Liner in Rose Shimmer. All right, and then following up with this lip color in Clove. Okay, yes. Look at this color, it's so pretty. All right, and then just gotta tousle my hair a little bit. And guess what, you guys? I mean, well, this outfit does look kind of cute without a hat, but I did bring a hat. My Brixton, I don't know though. Does it look good with a hat or no hat? Nick is saying yes, he's shaking his head. He's the one who's filming me. This is the final look. So, I think it's perfect for this time of year. And yeah, I just wanted to chat with you guys and update you. So leave me lots of comments below. Let me know just what you're up to. I want to hear updates from you guys too. And I'm going to say it a third time. Add me on Instagram, DM me, say hello. I'm really good about writing back. And just, you know, let's be friends. So I love you guys. I hope that this holiday season is treating you really well. Stay tuned. My next video is actually a holiday gift guide. So I've got several different gifts that you can get for your friends or family. All right, you guys. Love you. See you soon.